Welcome back. This Penguin Nugget is about deploying files to manage nodes. So we are in chapter 5 already. And the first guided exercise was doing this actually by creating multiple playbooks. And I wanted to take a more simple approach, and that is creating one playbook with multiple plays. Okay, so I have my playbook here on the left side of the screen, and on the right side of the screen, you have the result after running the playbook. And you can pause and you can compare them side by side. Okay, I'm going to scroll down here as we go so you can see it. But I've got multiple plays and I actually named them, hey, this is play 1, this is play 2, this is play 3. And if we go on, let's see here how many plays I have. This is play 4. And play 4 is the largest play. And here's play 5. No, actually, play 5 is the largest play. Play 5, and we are done. So actually, I ended up creating a playbook with 5 different plays. Most of them are short plays, with the exception to play number 5. It has multiple tasks. Just to remind you that when you are dealing with Ansible playbooks, you are using, you start by deciding on what collection to use. So we're using the built-in collection. Then you decide on the module to use, such as the command module, pause module, file module, blockinfile module, and each module has several parameters, so, this file module has a path parameter, SE user parameter, and so on, okay? So let's take a look at this. Let's go all the way up to the header, the playbook header. I'm going to have to get to insert mode to be able to go up. So you escape, colon, okay. Okay, let me go to insert mode so I can scroll up and down so I can show you what's going on. So here is the playbook header, right? And we're using the first play 1, and we're going to be using the fetch module. And the purpose is to be able to grab the secure log file from managed nodes and place them in a directory called secure backups in the control node. And we're using the flat parameter so we can see the name of each managed node. And this particular play, right? So if you take a look at it here, play one, fetching using the fetch module ran successfully. And you can see the results here in this tab. I'm in the control node. I changed directory to the secure backups folder. And sure enough, I see here very nicely laid out. This is the Ansible one. This is the secure log file. This is the Ansible 2. This is a secure log file. So I know that it ran successfully. And the second play is about using the copy module because there is a file called users.txt, right? And I need to copy this file to my managed node and place it in the home directory of the Ansible user. I need to set the user ownership, the group ownership, the permissions, and the SE context. So, and you can see here, this is all in play 2, and play 2 ran successfully. And we can confirm by coming here and take a look at it. This is the users.txt file. And it's basically an output of the ATC passwd, but I also piped it to the awk command, and I extracted just certain colons, just 3 colons. That's why you don't see the rest of the colons. But this is the file that is going to be copied to my managed nodes using the copy module. And I can confirm, print working directory, right? I'm in the home directory of the Ansible user. Here is L. ls, and I see that the file was copied over. And same for the second managed node, print working directory ls, and the user's file was copied over, So we know for sure, I'm just confirming, even though the play, I see that it must have been done because I'm getting an okay for these tasks. Now, if we take a look at the play 3, we're going to use the lineinfile module, and we're going to append. Remember, whenever I use the lineinfile module, if you go with the default, then whatever line you add is going to go all the way at the end of the file. So let's take a look here. And you can see that play 3, I'm using lineinfile, and I am specifying the path to be the user's document, and I'm adding one line at the end of the file, and it's going to say, awk is used as a data extraction and reporting tool, okay? And I want to make sure that this line is present in the user's.txt file. And that's pretty much what we're doing in play number 3. And you can see that play 3 ran successfully, and we can confirm in our managed nodes, right? But okay, let me wait to go through one more play, right? Before I go confirm, because the second one is pretty similar, but it uses play4 uses blockinfile module. So that allows you to append multiple lines, not just one line. So take a look at it. We're using the built-in blockinfile. Okay, let's go down. And let's see the parameters we need. We need the path parameter. We're pointing to the same file. And here's the block. You need to start it with the pipe sign. And then you can add as many lines as you want to. So I'm saying this block of text has the awk command to extract columns, the one that I was talking to you about. And here's the syntax for it, specify the separator, and that's being a colon, and just give me column number 1, 3, and 4, and don't print the rest, and so that's plays 3 and 4. So 3 is lineinfile, 4 is blockinfile, and let's see the impact of that on our managed nodes. So if I can come here, let me clear. If I use the command cat, or actually let me do less on users.txt, right? I see all the users, right? And I'm just going and take a look at the end of the file, right? Here is the lineinfile. Awk is used as a data extraction and reporting tool. Then the block. And it actually, the way Ansible does it is very, very neat. It gives you a comment, and it says, begin Ansible managed block, and it appends the block of lines, right, that you specified, and it concludes with another comment, end of Ansible managed block. So I know that those 2 plays ran successfully. And let's go down now. Let's take a look at play number 5. Play number 5, right? It wants to check the current SE Linux context, because there's something really neat that was happening in this particular guided exercise. They wanted you to set the security context to Samba, right? And then they wanted you to revert it back to default, okay? And I wanted to do all that in one play. So what I did here is play number 5, right? I decided to use the command module. Okay, so look at the name of the play. Play 5 checks the current SE Linux context, right? And then we're going to restore it to the default. So take a look at it. First task is get the SE Linux context using the ls command. So I'm using the built-in command and I'm saying, give me a long listing, including the security enhanced Linux context of the user's file, right? And I'm going to register the results of this. And I'm going to call it se_com. Then I'm going to use my debug module, right? So I can get a message of the output, the standard output of that register, okay? And I wanted you to get the chance to see it and read it before I made the change to the contest by reverting it back to default settings. So I used the pause module to pause for 1 minute and to prompt you to examine the SE Linux context before we reverted back to the default. Okay, and then I went back and I used the built-in file module and I reverted to the default SE Linux context. And you can see all that happening here. So let's come here. Let's take a look at play number 5. Okay, it executed successfully, which is gathering information about the current SE Linux. Okay, we got the SE Linux context using the ls command. And here is the results. Take a look at it. It was indeed changed to samba_share_type, right? Just like we instructed it to do in the previous play, okay? And if you go down here, I paused for a minute. It paused for a minute, actually, when I ran the playbook, right? And it says, here's a task, pause for a minute, pausing for 60 seconds, right? And it gives you a prompt to say, examine the SE Linux context before it gets reset to default. And we looked at it, and we know that from previous play, we set it to sample share. And now in the last play, in the very last play, we are going to reset it, or the very last task from play number 5, we are going to reset it. And it's been reset the SE Linux contest, and executed successfully. And we can actually check. So I can come here, right? And let me do escape and quit. Let me clear. And if I use long listing with LZ, long listing, long listing with L_Z, you will notice that it's being set back from Samba, right, to user-home-type, which is the default, because this is the user's home directory. So that task ran successfully. And the very last part of this guided exercise wanted you to delete the file. And I wanted to delete that user's file from the managed nodes in a more elegant way, right? And also to remind you was how useful ad hoc commands is. So I came here, and here is an ad hoc command, Ansible, running on DB servers using the file module. And the command is go to this path and state absent, which will delete this file. Okay, I'm gonna run this ad hoc command and wait for it to execute. And they came back and it says change true, change true. Did we delete the files? Let's come here and take a look. If I do ls, it's gone. It's not there anymore. The users.txt file was indeed removed. And that's all you need to know about the guided exercise. I hope you can follow along and that you can enjoy it. There's a lot to learn here. Thank you for tuning in.